Hello, everyone. Welcome. They just yell at me. Welcome to Down the Middle. We know we're a little bit late. Things happened. Had to rush the poor pooch to the emergency vet last night. So
Yeah, that sucks. I've been through that before.
but she's doing better though. She's still in that
That's,
pathetic stage with the cone.
oh, okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, I can't hear you. So I want to make sure. Alrighty, so this week,
You you can't hear me, right? You can hear
yeah,
me?
I can, I can.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Sorry, I'm all scatterbrained because we just got done recording another podcast for the
Yeah, I
viewing
know.
pleasure of our audience. So yes, tonight we're going to be touching a bit on our thoughts. Is Paul Heyman shirtless in your background photo?
Yes.
Oh, that is hilarious. So we're going to give, well, I guess your thoughts because I didn't watch any of this crap for All In, and then our predictions for All Out, which AEW once again is doing pay-per-views a week apart from each other and expecting people to buy it, swallow it. I don't know, but I digress. So did you watch any of All In?
I did. I saw most of it.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
whoa.
I didn't see like the pre-show, but
It
I
doesn't.
saw like
It
everything
doesn't look
else.
like it doesn't look like you missed anything. But again, we have three pre-show matches on a
What?
pay-per-view. With the pre-show, there were 12 matches.
It's a lot.
Which even without the pre-show, that's nine wrestling matches. Most WWE events now are what, five, maybe six?
Exactly.
But okay, so the first pre-show match, I almost said it's a 16-man tag team match. I'm not even gonna read the names because this was
Yeah, I saw
whatever.
clips of that one, but it didn't look that good.
Just whatever. The team with who's even the big the team with Action Andretti won.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's like whatever. I'm not even gonna. Second pre-show match: Willow Nightingale and Tomohiro Ishii faced Chris Statlander and Stokely Hathaway in what I guess is a mixed tag team match. Nightingale and Ishii won, and apparently since Nightingale and Ishii won, they get to choose the stipulation for the match between Nightingale and Statlander at All Out. Well, at least they're
Oh,
connected this time.
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due. At least they acknowledge one another this go around. I think it's kind of me personally. I think it's kind of silly to have a pay per view match to decide a stipulation for a pay per view match. But
Yeah, like you should have done that beforehand, and then the pay-per-view should be like the blow off. But whatever.
then next we have a 10-man tag team match with the Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross Von Erich, Sammy Guevara, Katsuyori Shibata, and Dustin Rhodes defeating the Undisputed Kingdom and the Cage of Agony for some reason. Like, I'm sorry, 8-man tag matches are pure chaos, but a 10 and a 16?
Yeah, that's part of it. It's like two main bodies, and like you don't know what's actually going on.
Well, a 16-man tag team match in AEW is just a battle royale.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
let's
pretty
just call a
much.
spade a
Yeah,
spade.
yeah.
But oh Jesus, the first official match of the night is a four-way London ladder match for the AEW Trios Championship. So this
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
I actually
four-way
saw that.
trios match.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst. It honestly wasn't that bad. It had some good spots, and it didn't last too long, so it wasn't. It was decent, surprisingly.
That's 12 participants.
Yeah, it was like House of Black.
Uh,
Um,
Pac, Pac,
yeah,
and Blackpool Combat Club with Claudio and Wheeler.
yeah,
Apparently, they won against the Patriarchy,
yeah, yeah.
uh, Bang Bang Gang, and the House of Black. This match was almost 20 minutes long, which I
It
guess makes
was. Oh
sense.
wow.
There are 12
Yeah.
people in it, so I guess that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
The next one, which this one was probably this one probably did well enough. This one probably made the fans happy. Was a singles match for the AEW Women's World Championship. If you're watching this show, you probably already know, but Mariah May defeated Timeless Toni Storm.
Yeah. It was a good match. I liked that one.
I had seen some clips of it. It looked like it was decent. Which again, said it before. I'll say it again. I don't get fascination with Toni Storm, but I understand
Hmm.
that I'm wrong because people clearly like it. So I'm not gonna shit on it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't. I like her more now than ever. Like when she was in WWE, I didn't really get the gimmick or her even. But
Yeah, yeah, and
you know,
that's
I
I
just
remember even going back and talking with Ben. I was like, I don't understand Tony Storm. I don't get what the hubbub is. So
yeah. It was like she's from the UK, and
it's like
that's
I mean
about
I'm,
it.
I even said at the time, I'm like I'm not saying she sucks or anything. I just
Yeah.
don't get the fascination.
Hmm.
Um, so the next match, the last chance match for the FTW title against Hook and Chris Jericho. And had Hook lost, he would have never been able to challenge for the title that doesn't mean anything to anyone, anywhere,
Yeah.
except for Hook and Taz, or even maybe Sabu. But luckily, Hook defeated Chris Jericho and was able to get back that FTW title in 10
It
minutes, no
was a
less.
boring match. I didn't really. It was like it was okay. Like Big Bill came out for a bit, and he fell through a table.
Well,
But
isn't the FTW belt now just an Extreme Rules match from WWE CW?
kind of is. It
Because
feels like it's
it's
what.
no rules, isn't it? Always.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Was there rules in there?
There shouldn't
No,
be
it
for the
wasn't no rules.
FTW. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
it
for
wasn't
the
no
F
rules at all. No.
because it's an unofficial title. It can't be a
Yeah,
sanctioned
exactly.
match. So, in the next match, we saw the Young Bucks, a three-way tag team match. So the Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed. Young Bucks won for the AEW. Were they retaining? Right? They were retaining their
Yeah,
titles.
they were
So FTR gets buried again.
along with the Acclaim.
True, but FTR has a longer history of being buried by the Bucks.
Yeah, very true.
They got to be going back to WWE.
Oh, I have a feeling it's any minute now.
They have to be. They're writing out their contract. And what the good
Even the way
news
they
is,
wrestle, it feels that way. It's like
yeah,
they just doing the
trying not to
bare
get hurt.
minimum.
Yeah, they're trying not to get hurt.
Exactly. Nothing extreme.
But hey, it means we'll get to see the reunification of CMFTR
That's true.
under a different name, but
Yeah.
CM Revival. And then the next match, I almost don't even want to. Christian Cage against Kyle O'Reilly, which actually I take that back. So this was a casino gauntlet match. What's a casino gauntlet? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
A
was a
casino
gauntlet
gauntlet
match.
match for a future AEW World Title shot. Man, I would have rather taken a singles match between Christian Cage and Kyle O'Reilly, frankly.
Yeah, it was pretty okay. I was surprised. What was this? Nigel McGuinness was in there. He was actually really good.
Did he
I
compete
never
it?
saw him wrestle before. Yeah,
Oh, nice. Very
he looked
cool.
it really good. Like,
Nigel McGuinness. I saw a bit of his stint in Ring of Honor, and I mean, he's Nigel McGuinness was really good.
yeah, like he was in there. He didn't look bad. He didn't look rusty. Like this first time I ever seen him. Like I really want to see more of him. To be honest, to
Well,
me he was like the biggest star.
If Tony Khan would put the damn Ring of Honor video library on streaming service somewhere,
Yeah, that's true.
that other than Honor Club, which nobody's gonna pay $10 just for Ring of Honor. When just put it on Max.
No one's even watching it, so why would they even pay for it? You know, like
That's
not
what I'm
watching
saying.
the main show.
Why Ring of Honor and the video library is not on, and even the older AEW video library. Why this is not on Max yet? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. There's money to be made there, and you're just. But as CM Punk said, This company's not about making money. It's not about selling tickets. It's not about selling merch. It's about Tony being
Absolutely.
able to play with his action figures.
Yeah, it's like a club.
It's like a club, yeah. Except when people want to get out of the club, he's like, "No, you have a contract." And the next match, which I did listen to Mr. Cornette's commentary on this one, he was none too pleased. Will Ospreay against MJF. So now they're even.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm not going to say they buried MGF. I'm not going to say they buried MGF. Jesus, I'm not going to say they buried MJF, but they couldn't have done anything different because in the UK it's Will Ospreay. He had to win. But this should have been for the AEW World Title.
Yeah,
Like,
that's part of it. Not for
just
like the USA title or whatever
not
whatever
for
it's called.
not for the what would have been appropriately to call it the All Atlantic Championship for this match.
Hmm.
Just, but I heard that MJF does a backflip down to the floor, and
He
then,
does. He does. That was like the biggest pop of the match,
but I
or
guess
one of the biggest pop.
but this is Cornette's problem with it. Apparently, uh, MJF gave him a pile driver on the apron, then did a backflip to the floor, and then Will Ospreay immediately does a Spanish fly after getting pile driver.
Sort of. He did the power driver. He sat on the ground for at least about a second or two,
A
and
full
then got
second,
up.
a full two Mississippis.
Yeah, and then like he made it for like the 9 count. He jumps in and then does some more flips.
It does some more flips.
So
I forgot
I
to
get what he's saying.
Yeah, I forgot to mention to everybody this podcast is brought to you by the Part of Your Broadway World podcast. I'll touch on them a little bit more in a minute. But next we had Mercedes Moné defending the AEW TBS Championship against Dr. Britt Baker. And for
This was
some
so
reason,
disappointing.
White, why did I almost call her White Baker? Britt Baker. Oh, because I was gonna say Britt Baker was white hot. That's what I was like. Where did that come from? But Britt Baker was white hot coming back, and Mercedes just killed it. When, at least from what I've seen, the crowd's not into Mercedes. Not the way they want them to be.
Uh-huh.
But
It was just boring. It was a
but
boring match.
that's just how AEW is right now. It's like
Yeah.
if it's not about who the audience wants, and for everybody who's like, what about WWE? Guys, I did an online wrestling show back in the day where we openly criticized Vince McMahon for not giving the people what they wanted. Like, it was the thing that was happening, and Tony's doing it now. He's not giving the fans what they want. The fans clearly wanted Britt Baker, and Britt Baker just got stumped because Tony's having too much fun with his new toy.
The whole match felt it off though. It was like both of them was like not wrestling like they wanted to, or like they don't like each other in a way, and I don't know. It just seemed slow and like sloppy. It was like they was
Yeah,
wrestled for the first time, like on a big stage or something. But it just wasn't that good.
I don't know. And I actually want to watch this match because I've seen some moments where I'm like, oh, I'm intrigued by this, and then some moments where I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me. But it was Jack Perry against Darby Allin for the TNT title. The
Oh
one
yeah,
that
yeah.
I get the sense from what I saw, I get the sense that A, this was a good match, and that Jack Perry is kind of finding himself.
It felt that way to me. I think this was this match where he like I don't know, like not better than that he was before, but he kind of like feels less nervous or something. Like he just all in.
He might be wrestling as his character now, maybe.
Yeah, 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 exactly.
Yeah. But the moment that made me go, you gotta be kidding me, is when he pulled out the bag with broken glass.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
You know,
like,
it's like a
that's
flashback. Yeah,
it's not it's not as cool as you think it is, man. Like all it
it's
says,
not.
and the comments, 90% of the comments are like, really, you're still not over it, and like Punk lives rent free in your head. All
Yeah, and,
this,
like if you're going to do that, he should do it for the next pay-per-view where they're in Chicago. That would make more
it
sense
would
to
have
me
gone over
already.
better, but at the same time, it just
Yeah,
seems so desperate. It seems so much like a look at
it
me
does.
in the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah,
But anywho, so Jack Perry, he retained the TNT title, correct?
yeah, yeah. He did. He
Yeah,
did.
that's what I thought. Oh
Massive
yeah, because
match.
we were talking about how Darby Allin was gonna. Excuse me. We were talking about how at Blood and Guts, Darby Allin was gonna set him on fire if he didn't get the title
Yeah.
shot. When all he had to do was go to Tony and say, "Hey Tony, I want a title shot."
Oh yeah, and Sting came back for a bit
I
at
did
the
see
end.
that briefly. Excuse me for 1 second. I have to see if my dog needs water or to go
Sure,
outside.
sure.
So dance and entertain the fans. You want water? Okay, stop. Addict trying to drink with that cone. And then the main event, we got to see the final burial of Swerve Strickland. Although, I guess if you're going to be buried by somebody, Bryan Danielson's probably one of the good choices.
Yeah, I liked the match. It was just, oh, ever since like the last few matches with him, this one they really trying to just bury him. Oh no
Well,
way.
I don't so much think this match buried him, so much as just his
Oh no, no,
run.
no. Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So, but obviously, Bryan Danielson is the AEW World Championship, but Bryan Danielson is the AEW World Champion. But didn't I read that he retired? This was his retirement match.
Well, that's what he tried to allude to, or like tease that he was going to retire if he didn't win. But
Ah,
like,
that's what it is.
yeah, yeah. But he was like, "I'm going to retire when I get beat by this by someone for this belt or something like that." So, but he said even then it was like going to be like part time, or he's going to retire from being full time. So he may be like a part time wrestler even after he lose the belt.
Got it. Alrighty. Well, that was it for All In, and now in a moment we will transition to All Out. Oh my God, oh my goodness, stop it. I can't time. But first, some business to attend to. So I don't know about everybody else, but personally, I will not be watching AEW All Out because AEW needs to demonstrate to me as a viewer that I should care, and they have not. So, but
Oh yeah,
for
that's
the
definitely fair.
yeah, so but for those of you who will also not be watching, might I suggest, particularly if you're a fan of Broadway and/or Disney, to check out our friend Haley over at the Part of Your Broadway World podcast because she's actually been able to round up a pretty impressive, you know, squad of guests over the past year or so that she's been doing her podcast. And it's just always fun to hang out with somebody that appreciates the musicals, the Disney of it all. But it's a fun podcast. And like I said, she's had some pretty impressive guests. So check out Part of Your Broadway World. First link in the description. And I want to bring back our autograph deal because none of you guys have said you want an autograph. So I'm going to do you one better. Now, I need your help, fans. I need to come up with a way where we can do these autograph giveaways. But what should our subscriber goal be?
Maybe.
What should our tell you what, this is what we're gonna do because I'm a dirty capitalist whore. Here's what I need you to do, and I'll go through them again real quick. What I'm gonna ask you to do is if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to Down the Middle on YouTube and Instagram, and then go and follow Arate Media on TikTok. Shoot me an email, jake@aratemedia.org, with screenshots of your subscription, and I will, or your user. You don't have to send screenshots. Just tell me your usernames on the platforms, and I'll verify. And then in a comment on YouTube, tell me which autograph you want. And once that's verified, I will send it to you free of charge. I'll even pay the shipping. How's that? All you got to do is
Oh, you gotta
subscribe, guys.
subscribe.
Come on, come on. So let's go through them again. So we got. I still don't know who this is.
I still don't either.
I still don't know who that is. Is it a generic luchador number 6? Got QT Marshall, Karrion Kross, or Killer
That's a good
Cross.
pick.
That looks like Karrion though, because he grew the hair out, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah, so
does.
that's Karrion Kross, Tyler Breeze,
Oh yeah, I got it.
Zodiac, who I can't remember who you told me this was last time,
Uh,
but this is him as Zodiac.
for sure, I forgot his name.
Bru-
Bruce, the
Brutus
barber.
Beefcake. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, Bruce Beefcake.
Then we've got Skyler. That is Skyler, isn't it?
That's his wife.
Scarlet, not Skyler.
Scarlett. Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
The
said that, and
accent's off.
I was like, that sounds wrong. Scarlet.
Yeah,
And then, of course, last and least, Danhausen. But for some reason,
Danhausen.
I don't know. I'll put him above. And actually, he's not last. Somehow the order got mixed up. He's above generic luchador number 6. We also
Yes,
have
yeah, definitely.
Mustafa
Yeah,
Ali, Tatanka,
classic.
and then back to luchador. So those are the autographs that are up for grabs. So all you have to do is subscribe on. Oh wait, there's one more in here. Oh, Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, okay. Oh,
He got
didn't he
stuck
just
in there.
pass?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes, he did. Okay, guys,
well, that's pretty special. Yeah,
come
he
on.
got his autograph.
Actually, I might hang. Well, this is your last chance. Next time I do this, I'm not going to include this because I want to keep that one. But if
Yeah,
you grab it now, it can be yours. I will not do that to you guys. I just won't put them in the rotation next time. So yeah, come on.
it's like
So once again, subscribe on YouTube and make sure you turn that notification bell on. Subscribe to Down the Middle on Instagram, and I'm going to add one more. Sorry, because I forgot about. And subscribe to Arate Media on TikTok and Facebook, because now there's a Facebook page. Send your usernames for all, verify, and then just let me know what autograph you want. That's all. That's
it's
all
a
you need to
really
do.
good deal.
That's a really good deal. You don't even have to pay any money.
Mhm.
Alrighty, so let's continue to all out and see what this clusterfuck's going to look like. Oh, so there's only been 5 matches announced. So in true
Yeah, that's
AEW
how I was looking
fashion.
at.
Oh
That's
Lord,
all I see.
this is gonna be awful. It's literally this weekend. It's this weekend,
Yeah,
and they only have 5 of their
yes.
12 matches announced.
Yep. September 7th.
Oh no, that's in 2 weeks.
No, it's in a week.
Oh, I thought you said second. Or, I'm sorry,
The
I thought you
second,
said
no,
seventh.
seven. Yeah, 7.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a week from now. I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah,
It's been
Chicago.
a day. It's been a day. So okay, so they got a little bit of time, but still, that's way too much time to announce what will be about half of your matches. Um,
Yeah.
but thus far, we have Will Ospreay defending the international championship against Pac for some reason. Pac. Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander in a Chicago street fight. Who do you think? Will Ospreay is obviously going to retain that belt.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, Pac has a belt too. He just won the trios champion
Yeah, so
belt.
this is certainly not a pay-per-view match. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
This would be not even a Dynamite main event. I mean, maybe a main event, but it would come out of nowhere.
well, you know who's going to win. You know Will's going to win. Like, so it's kind of like, what's the point?
Well, that's the problem with a lot of AEW matches. They don't care because I mean, athletically, physically, it's going to be a great match to watch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it
I'm
doesn't. But it doesn't mean anything
yeah.
because we already know who's going to win. Hey, buddy, my cat's very confused about the dog's comb. He does not know what's going on, and I'm sure she smells weird. So he's been sniffing her since she came home. He's like, "I know you, but you smell funny." Yeah, so Will Ospreay is obviously going to win this match. So it's like, why is it even here? I guess that's why it's the first one. Um, Now, Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, that one might actually be kind of interesting, but I see Statlander.
I hope she does. I really do because she was like white hot when she first came back from
Yeah, she
injury.
was one of the few
Uh,
people that was popular that I understood. Like, I was like, I get
yeah,
this.
yeah, I absolutely liked her. But
Yeah,
now she's like a pay-per-view. I mean, not a main event, but
Mid Carter.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that
Mid
M word.
card. Yeah. So
um,
this is gonna get
oh my God, we're getting Swerve Strickland and Hangman Page again.
yeah for like the what third time?
Third, yeah, in a steel cage. In a steel cage, why? Swerve just lost the world title. Why is he
Well,
in a
he's the
steel
champ.
cage match?
Well, he did come out like towards the end and like towards when Daniel Bryan versus Swerve, he came out for some reason. He was like, "Ah, I still got business with you."
Oh
Like,
wait,
let it go.
I completely forgot. Ricochet showed up in
Yeah,
AEW.
he was in that gauntlet
That
match.
gauntlet. So here's the thing,
Yeah.
though, and this is going to surprise some people. I think Ricochet going to AEW is a good move for him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's his kind of company. He's going to be paid more money in AEW, and he's going to be able to have those kinds of matches. Now, don't get me wrong. When Ricochet was in NXT, it was probably my favorite part of Ricochet's career. Well, Lucha Underground and NXT might be tied.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Nothing beats the Lucha Underground stuff, but
That was
still,
good. That was good shit.
yeah.
But I mean, him versus Velveteen Dream. I forget which NXT takeover it was, but him versus Velveteen Dream is one of my favorite matches of all time.
Oh, him versus Adam Cole. When Adam Cole like super kick him right in the head.
That
That
oh
was perfect.
man, I miss good old NXT. Not just well, I mean
Yeah,
it's kind of man. There were two eras of NXT that were just like amazing, amazing
it
television.
was. It was.
Hopefully,
The
we'll get back
Johnny
to
and
that.
Tommaso feuds were amazing
I
back
don't
then.
like John. I don't like Johnny Gargano, but I mean, I will say
Oh,
I
I
know what
don't
match
either,
I know what
but
match you're talking
still,
about, and it was good.
yeah.
Although it was funny because my girl, I had convinced my girlfriend at the time it was the first time she'd watched wrestling, and that was the one. And then he broke out the handcuffs, and she just kind of had this look on her
Yeah,
face,
yeah,
and she went, "So they're gay?"
yeah.
I was like, I can't defend this because he just like pulls out the handcuffs and he's looking at him like, if you're a wrestling fan, he's like, I'm gonna mess you up, but if you're not a wrestling fan, it looks like I'm gonna fuck you.
It's a thing.
He's like, I'm gonna handcuff you to that ring post and do stuff to you. Which I guess he did handcuff him to the ring post and do stuff to him, just different kind of stuff.
Not that way. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, apparently we're gonna see Swerve Strickland, and this is the crime because Swerve and Hangman are great
All
when they're given something that makes sense. And I guess once again, physically speaking, it'll be a good match. But nobody, I've never questioned their athleticism and skill ever.
right.
But this just
It's just
doesn't
a
make any
story.
sense. Yeah,
Like
there's no
they
story.
already had their big blow off. Let it go. Like it was
Yeah,
amazing end,
let it go.
but it's just He's like, he's still coming back.
Wait a fucking minute. Okay, main event. I've got questions. But next we have MJF and Daniel Garcia for some reason.
Oh yeah, because at the end of the Will Ospreay and MJF match, Danny Garcia came in and did like a distraction or something. I remember, and like he wore a mask, and then he did a distraction, and then he took off his mask. It was like, oh, it's Daniel Garcia. I was
Oh,
like,
it's Daniel
okay,
Garcia. Oh, that explains why he was
okay,
dry humping somebody's head.
yeah. So that's
And
the
it's a
reason
shame.
why they have them blow off.
It's a shame too, because I like Daniel Garcia, but it's so stupid now.
I really don't get him. I honestly don't get him. I don't see him like I don't
It's
get the
it's
character or what he's
it's
doing.
the culture of the company, and this is the really unfortunate part, is
Mm,
people like Daniel Garcia come in and they see the EVPs and the higher ups goofing off, doing stupid shit. And so they're encouraged to
mhm.
do that instead of the veterans being like, no, you need to play this straight because people don't know you yet. You can't do comedy until they know you because then it
Exactly.
just comes off as silly. So that's why he's now.
Yeah. That just turns me off. Like to me, he's like a comedy version of Eddie Kingston, and I don't know what
I
happened to him
mean,
anymore. I think he's on ROH now.
probably, which they wasted him too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, but I think he has like 4 belts or 3 belts now, or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. So okay, this makes me legitimately angry. Apparently, 2 weeks after he wins it, Bryan Danielson is defending the AEW World Championship against Jack fucking Perry,
why? What do they even
and
have in common?
apparently, if Bryan Danielson loses, he will retire. Now,
Oh, well, okay.
I think they might have Jack Perry retire him.
I don't see it.
It's going to
How are
happen.
they
I'm
be
telling
that
you.
stupid?
I think they are. You know, I think they are because they think I think Brian is legitimately ready to retire, but he didn't want to just be like, "Oh, I won the belt," and they're I
Yeah, and
Jack
vacate the belt. Yeah.
either that or Jack's probably going to cheat to win, and then they're going to have the thing where Daniel goes away for a little while, or Brian goes away
Hmm.
for a little while, but then his friends convince him to come back and say like, "Hey, man, it's not like you lost. Like, come on, you need it."
Yeah,
Which,
yeah,
if it was done right, it could actually work, but they're going to do it stupid. But here's the thing, and this is why I'm saying this. They are going to view this as a middle finger to CM Punk.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I see the connection because if you think of like it had a good match with CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, so he has that connection with
Well, not only
Punk.
that, it's just like, oh, you think this kid, blah, 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 blah. Well, we're going to make him world champion.
Yeah, yeah,
And what they don't understand is Punk doesn't give a shit about you. He doesn't care
yeah. But
because he's back in WWE making, I mean, I don't know that he's making more money necessarily, but I mean, probably
I would say just as much, if not more.
at least the same amount, if not more.
Yeah.
And, but the bigger thing is Punk is in front of, I'd say on average, 2.5 million people every time he's on television.
Hmm.
Not to mention, like, his star is shining much brighter, and you guys legitimately think that he's gonna care that Jack Perry's AEW World Champion? Because fun fact for you guys, Punk never lost the AEW World Title. So if you
Yeah.
want to play that game,
Yeah. Technically, he still has it.
technically he's still the real world champion because you fired
Yeah.
his ass before you could make him lose.
Hmm.
It's just oh my god. And so they're gonna do it. They're gonna put the belt on Jack Perry just to give Punk an invisible middle finger And Punk's just going to be like, all right. It's like, it's not a real fight, right? It's like you guys know that this is not real, and just saying, like,
Yeah, I can't see him being that stupid. There has to be something more to it.
I
It
can
has to be
because
like,
they buried one of their most popular wrestlers in Swerve Strickland. I can't even tell you why.
yeah, it's like he doesn't seem he has trouble or heat with anybody. It just seems like it's bad booking.
His cousin is a writer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What? This doesn't make any sense. If he had heat, they wouldn't have hired his cousin. But I digress. Do you know of any other matches that are announced or look like they will be announced for All Out?
Those the only ones that I saw. I was kept looking and looking because yeah, just the Pack and Will. Oh yeah, because I know the reason why they're fighting because Ricochet came out. He wanted to face Will, and then like Pac came out was like, "Oh no, you get back of the line." He was like, "He's mine first or something like that."
Didn't
That
Pac
was
lose
on I
his
think
match?
Dynamite. Who?
Didn't Pac lose his match? Oh
Yeah,
no,
he
no,
lost. No, no. Pac didn't lose.
yeah,
I
you're
think
right, you're
Pac
right. He,
won.
yeah, he won his match. You're right because you said
Yeah,
you said earlier he was going to have the belt. Okay, that makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, it's just although
I
they would also be that stupid to have Ricochet's second match in the company be against Will Ospreay for a title.
yeah, he's. I think his first match is against Kyle Fletcher.
Okay, never
That's
mind.
I think
That's
it's his
dumber.
first match. It is. Which it's
Wow,
okay.
just when you think. But anyway, and I apologize, viewers. I know I seem a little out of it. I didn't get to sleep until about 4 a.m. last night, and then I had to be at work by myself, record another podcast, and my dog's making me paranoid because she's trying to take off her comb. Stop it. Although she hasn't gone for her stitches at all, so I don't know. We'll see.
That's good.
But so any other thoughts on All In, All Out, All In and Out?
Honestly, I think it might be a little bit better than all
All
whoever was
In,
the last one. Then, yeah, yeah,
All
it
Around.
might be
They
a
should
little
have
bit
a
better.
third one and call it All Around. Actually, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to start calling this because this is effectively two pay-per-views in a 2 week span. So I'm just going to call it All Around Week, All Around Month.
It really is. It's like you can't breathe before you get the next one. So
That's
it's like, why
AEW's
have it that
problem.
close?
The
I was having this problem with like WWE when they was having like a pay-per-view every month. It was like Judgment
Not
and
even a
Balls of
month. There
Steel
there were some.
and
And okay, back you bring up a good point. Back in the dark days of WWE,
yeah,
back
yeah,
in like 2011, 2012, um,
yeah.
there were some times where it was like, oh, we just had a pay-per-view and in 2 weeks, Extreme Rules,
Yeah, it was like, oh, this is enough.
and it wasn't a
It was like
split
they was aiming
roster.
for like once a month. Like you can't keep up
Yeah.
with that.
AEW used to have when AEW was doing 4 pay-per-views a year. Honestly, it was Chef's Kiss perfect.
Oh, it was.
And they do a couple of special TV episodes, but were basically just special episodes. Like the four pay-per-views were perfect, and now there's just too damn many.
It is. It's like you can't digest the first one. Like you
Exactly.
forget it. So what's the point if it's not memorable?
Well,
That's
not
the
only
whole
that,
idea of it.
in this economy, I'll be honest, asking me to pay $50 for a mediocre pay-per-view is kind of asking a lot.
Yeah,
It's not like
absolutely.
WWE that I'm already paying $6 a month for. It just happens to be there, right? And they're
Yeah.
arguably like a lot of the WWE premium live events I would actually pay for,
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
just my opinion. It's my humble opinion. But with that in mind, I guess if you're going to watch All Out, enjoy it as best you can. If you're not going to watch it, check out the Party of Broadway World podcast. And be sure to follow and get your autograph before they're gone. Because once these are gone, I'll tell you what. Once these are gone, I'll probably just get another pack and we'll do it again. We'll see what's going on, or
Sounds good.
see what I get in the shipment there. But significantly better autographs than I thought I was going to get. So
Oh yeah. Like even the unknown luchador is a good autograph. Oh,
is
if
it?
you know the guy. Oh, if you
I
know
mean,
the guy.
maybe it's like a mystery.
Yeah, exactly. He
It
may
could.
be
It
like
could.
worth a lot.
Yeah, it
Or
could be. It
not.
could. For all we know, it could be like a really early Tiger Mask. It's not, but
Yeah, of course not.
who knows? It's not Tiger Mask's mask, but you know, you never know. It's like a mystery box. In fact, if somebody says in the comment, "I'll take the mystery box," I'll just give it to you. Like, with that in mind, thank you for enjoying this episode of Down the Middle. Like I said, you haven't sent it now to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. I'm not sure what we'll talk about by then, but we'll figure something out.